Coin On.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. This is Dustin with Coin Op. Today, I wanted to go over one of my favorite years to coin roll hunt with the Lincoln Cents. And that year is just an excellent year for varieties and double dies and just all kinds of things that you can find while you are searching. And that year would be the 1960 Denver Mint Lincoln Cents. Now, there are two distinct varieties. There is a large date variety and there is a small date variety with the 1960s and the 1960Ds. The small date is a little bit more scarce than the large date with the Denver Mints, and it does carry a little bit extra value, but that's not what we're going to be talking about. I'm not worried about the differences between the large date and small date in this video. This video is more about the varieties that you can find. For example, there are over 172 known repunched mint marks just for the 1960 Denver Mint Lincoln Cent alone. Plus, there's double dies, double die reverses, and just all kinds of really cool stuff to look for. So we're going to take a look at 5 really cool varieties that you can find while searching 1960 Denver Mint Lincoln Cents. But first of all, before we jump into that, I wanted to give a little shout out to CCC Coins. They're on eBay. I'll post a link to his eBay. This is who I buy a lot of my uncirculated 1960D rolls from. This guy has some awesome rolls. Every time I buy an uncirculated roll, when I go through it, in my opinion, it does not look like it's been cherry-picked through. I always find stuff. I find lots of repunched mint marks and various things. So I wanted to give him a little plug, a little shout-out, and thank him for being an excellent eBayer. Anyhow, let's dive right on in and let's take a look at some really cool varieties from the 1960 Denver Mint Lincoln Cent series. First of all, we are going to take a look at a 1960D. This one is listed as RPM-001, and this is on a large date 1960D. Now, an RPM stands for repunched mint mark. The mint marks, 1989 and earlier, the mint marks were punched in by hand. They were not a part of the working die. They were added in later on by hand. So repunching was possible, and on some of them, you can see it. And this one is an excellent example. The RPM-001 is a very bold repunched mint mark. It's a very strong and very obvious one. Obvious repunching can be seen west of the primary mint mark. So if you are looking at this and you look west of the primary mint mark, you can see the secondary mint mark. Circulated examples tend to trade between $5 and $15, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $20 and $50, and more so for much nicer, higher graded uncirculated examples. Okay, we are going to take a look at a 1960 D over D over D. This is a 1960D that is a triple repunched mint mark. This one is listed as RPM-004. Now, this repunched mint mark I pretty much have on this list because this is a very scarce one. This is the hardest one in the 1960D series to find. There are not many examples of this one around. Because of that, examples can trade for some really nice values. Now, like I said, this one is a very scarce variety. It's very hard to find. Now, it has 2 small hooks that stick out from the northwest corner of the primary mint mark. You can see 2 little hooks. Those are remnants of 2 repunchings. So this is a triple repunched mint mark. Now, circulated examples on this one tend to trade between $10 and $50, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $60 and $120, and much more for higher graded uncirculated examples. Okay, we are going to move on to a 1960D. This one is listed as RPM-005. RPM-005. Once again, this is on a large date. Now, this one, a secondary mint mark, can be seen as an extra vertical bar to the west of the primary mint mark. I really like this variety. This is another one that, in my opinion, is a very obvious variety. When you are coin searching and you're looking at these with your jeweler's loupe or your coin microscope, when you come across this one, it stands out like a sore thumb. I mean, it just sticks right out there, pops right out at you. You can easily see this repunched mint mark. And it's also a very popular one. If you were to go to eBay right now, there's a bunch of examples of it up for sale. Now, circulated examples on this one tend to trade between $2 and $5, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $5 and $12, and more so for much nicer, higher graded uncirculated examples. Okay, we are moving on to a 1960D that is listed as RPM-013. RPM-013. This is another one that is on a large date. This one, a very strong spread, shows to the north of the primary mint mark. If you look north of the mint mark, you can see a ghost shadow D. It's quite obvious, directly above it. I really like this example. This is another bold one that sticks right out at you. If you happen to find one of these, circulated examples on this one tend to trade between $1 to $3, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $4 and $10, and of course, more so for much nicer, higher graded uncirculated examples. And the last one that I have for you on this little list, keep in mind I only am showing you 5 coins out of close to 200 known varieties just for this date alone. We are taking a look at a 1960D. This one is listed as WDDO-001 or RPM-100. This is a dual variety, which is just awesome. This one is a double die, but also has a repunched mint mark, and a very bold repunched mint mark. This is a very, very strong repunched mint mark. What you have going on with this one, this is a small date that is over top of a large date. So it's a large date that had a small date struck over top of it, and then it also has this massive repunched mint mark. Now, the repunching is obvious north of the primary mint mark. You can clearly see it there. Now, if you happen to find one of these, circulated examples tend to trade anywhere from $20 to $50, and uncirculated examples can trade anywhere from $50 upwards of $150, and more so for much nicer, higher graded examples. This is an awesome variety. I have found a few of these over the years, so I do know that they are out there. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope it gave you something to look for, something else to search for while you are searching your 1960 Lincoln cents. If you would like to help our channel, you can do so by hitting the thumbs up button. The more you hit the thumbs up button, the more it encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Also, by commenting. The more you comment, the more interaction you have with the channel, the more it again encourages YouTube to share our content. Also by subscribing. If you subscribe and hit the bell to turn on the notifications, you will know immediately when we upload new content. If you would like to financially contribute to the channel, you can either do so by going to our Patreon, or you can always tune in to our Wednesday night live stream between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And if you tip through a super chat, the super chat feature that is available through the live stream, if you leave a tip through the super chat, I will send you an error or variety coin at my expense as a thank you. So not only can you donate to the channel, but you can get something out of it. We do have a website. It is varietyerrors.com. Once again, it is varietyerrors.com. Go on over there, check it out. There's a lot of interesting stuff, forum, lots of articles, topics. There's all kinds of stuff over there for you to look at. We recently did build an auction side to our website. People have started listing stuff for sale, so there are coins up there if you would like to take a look. If you would like to find myself or Robert Lawson, you can always do so by heading over to the Coin Op group on Facebook. You can always join up, join in the fun, talk coins, or if you would like to buy or sell coins, you can always join the Coin Op sales group on Facebook as well. As always, have fun.